I have been playing Minecraft for a pretty long time, I would say. But what then, what now? The most wanted update for me was the End update. I don't know why, maybe just because of the atmosphere, maybe lore, maybe game design, maybe all at the same time, but every time when Mojang announces a Minecraft Live, the only thing I'm waiting for exactly this update, for those magic words. But it never happened. With some time, of course, when I started to research the game, when I created my own, I understood that there is a lot more things. And especially with today's trends, developing with this drop system becomes pretty clear. In this video, I'll present my subjective vision why there won't be any End update in the near future. Because the reasons are important to the whole future of the game. Welcome to the KrystalSpace studio, my name is Sosdatel. Here I'm reviewing games and creating them. It's my first WoW English video, so I hope I won't make some stupid mistakes in pronunciations or spelling. Hope you are doing well, and let's begin. For the last 5 years, I guess, Mojang updates every aspect of the game, like the Aquatic update, which brought us a rework of seas, rivers, added swimming, 1.14, rework of the villages and villagers, trades, 1.15, which was at some point a break. They basically just fixed some stuff and added bees.
But we can be bees. This is good news.
1.16, the Nether update, the whole new look at the dimension. 1.17, 1.18 changed the game at the bottom and made it a lot more bigger and larger. And even when Mojang has started to slow down a little bit with their promises they didn't make, they are still working on the same idea, to improve the game. But here's the deal. After all these updates what we've seen, the only thing that didn't get a real update was the End. And that was odd. People expected to see this update, but it never came out. As developers said, the main reason of that was the overworld. Like, they want to saturate with the new content to match the new structure and the generation of the game after version 1.18, because after all, overworld is the place where you're spending most of the time in Minecraft. Absolutely agree with that, because some classic biomes looked a bit strange on the giant mountains. It's like they just don't fit anymore. However, ironic thing is that they didn't remove old biomes with the new ones. They kept both of the variants, but anyway, so this is how it actually continues to this day. They adding new biomes, new mechanics, improving some old stuff, and that's cool. But it is already a 4th year after all these massive changes, and yet the End is still almost the same. For example, just look at the previous drop. We got a whole new mob which you can find in the Nether, and even earlier they added those Netherite upgrades. But what about the End? Well, everything what we got for the past few years are splashing lights and a vibrant visuals, so enjoy, I guess. And by the way, while I'm recording this video, they just released a new snapshot where these splashing lights are now in Java edition, which is kind of funny. And I will say a pretty controversial thing, but the last updates are not needed at all. Don't get me wrong, I respect Mojang, how they improving the game, how they listening to community, bringing some things that players have been asking for ages. Even now we are getting a wall copper update, which is insane. But that's the thing, those features are the addition to the game. Remove those things and your walkthrough won't actually change. I mean your main walkthrough. And when there is a wall dimension in the game that actually needs update and just ignore that, seems to be very strange. The End looks right now even worse than the Nether before 1.16 update. Okay, so what are the arguments on that? About the additions I mentioned earlier. So in Minecraft there is like a central way how to complete the game. The way on defeating the Ender Dragon, which is technically the end of the game. And the thing is that a small percentage of the Minecraft players has ever done that. And if so, what's the point of making content that most of the players won't even see? Fair enough, I understand that. When you're creating your game or even something else, the most important thing for every creator is you to find it. And if you won't, so what's the point? But on the other side, there is a reason why they don't do that. It's just because there is not enough content to make you visit this place. There is only 2 really major things to get. Shulkers to make shulker boxes and Elytra. But let's get back to the percentage of people playing Minecraft. Most of them are kids. They don't even understand why they need those things. especially when it comes to Bedrock and especially on the mobile. And by the way, remove those two items and that's it. There is absolutely no real reason to visit the end. When you have Nether with incredible biomes, mobs, blocks, you can get a lot of different items. Never right at the end of the day. At the end. In summary, a whole incredible adventure. In the end, it just boring. I think Mojang has to make a real motivation to visit that dimension, to make it a real unique experience so players will complete the game and see this place for themselves. Second argument. The end doesn't need the update because it was meant to look like a space desert. I would believe that if there wasn't a Minecraft Dungeons DLC. Locations here look so cool, so interesting and presenting a really unique things like this purple liquid, Endermans. Oh my god, for me the most cool thing in the DLC is that there is a lot of species of the same mob Enderman, which looks awesome. Okay, I know what you may probably thinking. That's the whole different game with its own game design, genre. I know that. If you compare Nether here and the original game, it looks very different. But I'm not saying to add everything from dungeons. I'm just about transferring the main chips and ideas. It will be so awesome. There is a specific reason why I decided to make this video. You see, right now in the CIS community, which are people that are speaking Russian, and on the English community, everyone jokes about this update. Like, it's insane. Everyone is trying to find some clues about this update, making memes, and it's so fun to watch. But there won't be any end update in the near future. Why? It's simple. The end update is the main trump card in a Mojang sleeve. This is literally something that doesn't need marketing and will return the hype to the game if something would happen. And let's not forget that the developers now working in a new drops system. The Nether update took more than 1 year to make, and I'm not even counting the concept time or that version where we got a piglin brood. The end most likely will contain 4 or 5 drops, which is too much because after some time I think people will just get tired of those end drops. Although they say that potentially they could make a one big update like in the old times, but let's be honest, I don't think they get paid enough to burden themselves with work even more while working on the usual drops. And let's not forget about the criticism. People often dissatisfied, and I understand that, but I understand both sides, and that's how it looks. Of course, I won't stop dreaming about this update. Hope is the most important thing. I believe in the best outcome. Let me know what you think about it. I will be very thankful if you subscribe to the channel and join my creative Discord server or Twitch. I'll stream next Minecraft Live. Maybe finally we will get this update. Wish you positivity, light. Until the next time, love you guys.